After this video, we're going to announce our giveaway for our 100,000 subscriber mark.
And you're not going to want to miss it. So check it out after this video.
Not only these are backwards, the knuckles are backwards. We shouldn't be working on this today, Land. Today's the day Lando's been waiting for a bit. What's going down?
My truck is finally coming in the shop.
He's finally got enough parts. Not all of them, but we got enough to get it going.
That's what this is right here.
We got enough to get...
Got all 4 tires and the leaf spring.
So Land's been tearing his Suburban apart for a while, getting the frame all stripped down, and we'll fire the forklift up, get it over here, cut all the good stuff we need off of it, and then get rid of it.
Got the rear end out, but one of the bolts are rusted in, and
Well,
get the shocks off.
We're gonna deal with it right now, so.
So this is what's left of the body now. I think we could still drive it. I don't think I should sit there. There's some stuff there. Rusty. She's pretty rusty. See if he gets the forklift started.
I already got some bolts off, if you can see. That one's off. They're all off except for this one. It is rusted on. I've hit it with every gun we had.
We don't have many brakes.
Nah.
Actually, we don't have much at all to brake.
The gears are for. Now let's see how much skills he has driving in here.
Off camera, I pressure washed most of the parts off that we need off of this. I got the pumpkin pressure washed off. I got the tranny and transfer case somewhat washed off because I couldn't find the 0 degree bit.
Okay, so basically, we're taking the rear end out of this. We need the rear end.
Front end.
Then we need the front end, and then we got to take this, the motor mount stuff out of it. We got to have this cross member right here.
Luckily, we don't have to cut anything. We
Because
just pull a couple bolts
his is 2-wheel drive. It's got, you'll see what it has in it. But this little special piece right here
Turbo
is mine.
and the transfer case.
That's going in my tow truck. Well, that much of it's going in my tow truck. This back part, it's going away. We're gonna slap a 205 behind that one. And then I'll have all kinds of low gears in the tow truck. So, all right, well, let's get after it, Land. Pull the shocks off, and then we'll get that bolt out of there. Because these leaf springs are still good. So we'll save them, they'll go in something else. So get after it. Chop chop.
Shock bolts are off. Or nuts. They're not really bolts, but that's fun. Perfect.
Jump.
Hit it with a gun. We're gonna have to take a plasma cutter and cut this bolt off right here, both sides, so we can get this spring out of there. Got it.
Oh yeah, she's burning a little bit. A little bit of brake fluid.
Must be brake fluid.
Fire action there.
Scare you every time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dope. Got yourself a 14 bolt. Hook it in the middle right there. Lift her up.
Oh, thing is crazy.
There you go. Don't be scared. Keep going. We got a few more things that are hanging us up here. Emergency brake line. We'll go over here and cut this other emergency brake line. Landon's not going to have emergency, so he doesn't need emergency brake. But really, we're putting disc brakes on it, so all that stuff's going away. take those shocks off. We don't
Think
need
they're
those.
any good?
No, I don't think they're much good. Actually,
They felt pretty decent.
they're not bad for what they are. Put this outside because I don't need it in here. I'm gonna go ahead, push this in a little. Something like that. There's that. Now we gotta pull this front drive line off. And then I can put the strap on that, set it out of the way. Then we can start on this front end project. So we're gonna tear this front end out. We're gonna get this up on the table. We have new knuckles to put on it, because, come over here, I'll show you. Right now, this Chevy truck steers like this. It's push-pull system. We're gonna leave his two-wheel drive steering box on. It's actually gonna steer across the front like a Jeep does. A little better for off-roading, and I like them better. These ones tend to break the frames right here, so we're gonna do that just to avoid it. I gotta put new knuckles on it because I need these high steer arms that go on here. We got a bunch of work to do to this running gear before we're ready to put it in. We're gonna wanna put those back in there. Got automatic hovers on it, so they're always locked. Yeah, they suck. They supposedly only lock when you need them, but they never worked right.
On the tight side, nice.
You got those two out of the bottom?
Yep, they're out. Drive line out.
Yep. Is it bad? No, it's actually good. Yeah, it's not horrible. It's How about a 1/2 inch wrench real quick?
What's the wire for?
I don't know. Holding the torque converter in at one point,
Probably was.
I'll bet.
Oh,
Baling wire will get you anywhere.
Good stuff. Oh, that's got some fluid in it. Leak out there.
is that a Turbo 400?
Yes, it is. We're gonna drain it before we set it up there because I don't want more oil dripping on me all the time like we've had. Next task at hand, you need to unbolt shock off of it, steering box off of it, and then we'll start taking stuff out. We gotta take these cross members out. Pull those top bolts out, pull the motor mounts off of those.
I can't get up in there.
You'll have to figure it out somehow. What if you get a wobbly and go up from the bottom? I would try that.
Oh, there's a bee in there. I'm gonna get stung.
It's a little tiny bee. Does it have fangs and stuff?
I just don't want to get stung and swell up.
We'll give you some Benadryl. You'll be all right.
There's one in there as well.
That's all right. It's just a little old bee. If it comes out, sting her first, then run. There you go.
Came out.
That was rough. All right. So now we gotta start cutting rivets. You're gonna have to clean all these rivets off so we can get to them with the plasma. That's bolted though. Here, you can. These back ones are all bolted. You can pull those out. So all of these holes that we're taking out here, Landon's truck's probably not gonna have them in it. So we're gonna end up drilling all these holes. So we're saving all our hardware from this so we can put it on his later. Or that's the plan if we don't lose it. Okay, so we've got all the bolts out of everywhere. We gotta cut some rivets off right there so we can pull these pieces out. We'll fire the plasma up, cut them off, pound them out. Should be. Oh, I lied, man. There is one under that one. Maybe, just maybe, I can cut the bottom of it off and pound it up through. We'll try it. I think I'm gonna cut them off the bottom side. Getting there. All
Are we supposed to make this bend piece, or are we just gonna make it?
I hope it's in it. They use the same frames a lot, so I hope that piece is in it. We'll find out.
I'm betting it.
Those seem to be rusted right in there. We're getting them.
Slowly but surely we are.
They're coming out. And it broke. Alright.
Cross member out.
There's one cross member we need. Take those 2 bolts and those 2 bolts off. We're getting this thing. He's got about to get it all tore apart.
Got one of
Motor mounts.
motor mounts out.
I'll take that, put it over here. Then we can get the front end out of it and we can start building the front end. Hey, this is still on fire over here. Alright, we got this thing tore apart. We're gonna need parts of these leaves. You're gonna have to get those bolts out.
Okay.
And get those ends off. We're gonna need them.
Okay.
Then, I'll pull that out of there. I'll get this one down here and you can get this one tore apart.
Now we just gotta get that out of here.
We got everything off of this that we need. All right, we're in the shop today with this kid. And this is his front end for his truck. He's gonna get it tore apart and cleaned up. And then we're gonna put the new knuckles on it and get it ready to go in his truck. Hopefully by the end of today we got the front and the rear ends done. So we'll see.
Get this brake caliper off. Then I can get that side.
Pry this up now. You'll get it. That's counterproductive, but there, you're talking to it. Just go set those outside so they don't leak oil in here. And just come set it over in your parts pile that's going back on. So this is a Chevy 10 bolt. Not the toughest front end known to man, but they're pretty durable. I got one in my wood truck and I beat it pretty good. It's pretty tough. There she is. But we're gonna put the same one in Land's and he can work on it.
Take that little clip out. That's in there.
That little clip is your lock ring. The bolt on the inside has a little tit sticking up on it, and that lock ring you're pulling out has a whole bunch of holes in it. And it has to line up when you're putting it back. See all those holes?
Yeah.
Now when you pull this other one out, I'll show you the thing on it. I'd help you, but I'm filming.
For that.
Tip it up, or just drop your bearings on the ground. Gotta pay attention, bud, when you're working on stuff. I guess we'll clean the dirt off those later.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Land's got this thing gutted. Tore clear apart. I don't know if you can see that, but it says that it's got 410s in it. So he lucked out.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
We don't have to buy gears.
So now we're gonna go eat us a little lunch, and then we'll come back and get this thing cleaned all up and assembled and painted. We got new knuckles to go on it, and we'll get the steering all built, and then we'll paint it, put it out of the way, start it on the rear end.
Yep.
All right, these are our new knuckles. Well, these are Landon's new knuckles. They're pretty sweet. They're both drilled for high steer, so they'll outlast this front end by far, but they'll be good for him. That makes it so we can do crossover steering, but we got to get ball joints put in it. Then we can slap them back on here and we'll get after it again. The old ball joints, you need 27 hands to properly install a ball joint. Good enough. Okay, ball joints are in. We screwed up on this side. We got to tear it back apart.
We forgot to put in the studs.
I told Landon, I'm like, dude, don't do that. It's gonna suck. We're gonna have to tear it apart.
You did not tell me that.
I didn't?
No.
Seems like I did.
You didn't.
Alright. We're gonna tear it back apart. So we can put all of them in, except one. We can't put this bottom one in. No, we can put them all in, but this one, right there.
Oh.
Because it interferes right here, all in this area. So we'll tear it apart, put those in. This side, though, it's
This
now
side's
done.
ready to go back on. or
Studs
go
are
on.
done. We got Jace down here today. I screwed up this morning and I took Jace to the dump with me. And he found himself a weed eater. And now he's making him a motor for his boat. I don't know if it's ever gonna run or not. Well, we know it runs. He actually got the thing running. It just had a little primer bulb that was bad on it. Now he's making a motor for that there contraption he's got that he calls a boat. It floats, so technically it's a boat. But once he puts that motor on there, I'm not sure how long it's gonna float. We're gonna be scuba diving recovery mission at the bottom of the pond, I'm afraid.
Why do they go on so easy, but they come off so hard?
Right here. Those dents,
Yeah.
they're lock nuts. They don't want your ball joint coming loose on you, so they lock on there. Okay, you tighten that one on there, and I'll deal with that side while you're doing this.
Okay.
This thing's coming together now. We're using up parts that have been stacked on the floor for a bit right now.
Yep.
Okay, so these arms are studded where the high steer arm goes on. This fixes the Chevy steering issues they have.
What
With
kind
breaking
of
the
issues
frame.
do they have?
Well, they break the frame and they don't steer very good. We're going to run crossover steering on it like a Jeep or an off-road vehicle would have. It makes them way better, and we don't have to change your steering box. It's already got a two-wheel drive box that steers this way, so
Just that easy.
just that easy. These are all taper bushings, so once it's on, it locks in place. We don't ever have to worry about it coming loose. Get this done, and then we'll paint this thing up. We'll be on to the rear end. Did you let me do something backwards? No.
Why? What did you think I did?
Land. Can you see the problem here?
Yes.
What's the problem?
This is backwards.
Not only these are backwards,
They're upside down as well.
the knuckles are backwards. These are right.
The knuckles are backwards.
The knuckles are backwards. We shouldn't be working on this today, Land.
This is not our day.
Yep. Okay, well, let's tear it apart, switch sides, then we'll go back.
Okay.
Now it's like it ought to be, with the steering in front of the axle. Looks
Now-
way better like that.
Now it looks normal.
Now we just gotta get her all put together. Axle's in it, brakes back on it. So, I think Landon's front end's built, right, buddy?
Yeah.
We're gonna throw a coat of paint on it real quick, put some hubs in it, and the brake calipers on it, and then we're done with it. So, we'll go to that point. Old Suburban was a rust bucket.
It was.
There's a reason nobody was driving it anymore. She's about pretty. She's a beaut, Clark. Throw some hubs in it, some steering on it, bolt your tires on it. Get it out of the way and get your rear end in here and gut it. That's what we'll do. There's that. You got hubs. No more full-time four-wheel drive like it was. Okay, we'll do the other side and then we're done. Okay, so front end's built. We got it all put together and we're ready to move on to the rear end now. We'll get this one lifted off of the table, set this one up on the table. This one's easy really. We're just gonna take these big old drum brakes off, throw some disc brakes on it, and it's ready to rip. So That one still needs brake calipers and steering stuff, but we'll do that when we're under the truck. Land's getting schooled up right here. He's taking his hubs off his rear end right now, and then we'll get the disc brakes on it. Alright, so Land couldn't handle this, so I had to show him how to do it. We got it, it's off. Now we just got to pull these 4 bolts, take that junk off and throw it away. Got to pound all the lug studs out. It's got some pretty bad lug studs. We're going to end up buying some lug studs for it, but we don't have those today, so what we're going to do is pound them all out. They got to come out anyway because the rotor goes on the back side, so pound them out and carry on. Okay, Land, you need a socket that fits that. Looks like 3/4. Handle. Flip that up there. We're gonna change that seal out. We'll do it on this one too. Maybe you'll pop the seal. It's tight. That's impressive. Really? I'm gonna have to put it in the vise. Oh, when all else fails, get a bigger bar. Clean this all out, and we'll put a new one in it. These are way better seals that it came with. There's one. Okay, there's that set up. We'll get this one. Oh no, that was quicker. I got a bigger bar after it. We didn't mess around with the little chintzy one at first.
Nice and shiny.
Brandy new. So on further inspection, we've only had 3 lug studs that were junk so far. So we're going back together. Looks like we need to turn up 3 lug studs. So let's go over here. I think, if I remember right, I saved them. I swear I saved all the lug studs that came out of mine. I'm not seeing them. So we may have to just get 2. Alright, oh well. We'll get 2 lug studs. Alright, so we got some stuff done today, right buddy?
Yeah, we got the front end all put together, sitting on it, brand new tires. Then we got the rear end somewhat put together because we're missing that brake caliper and
We're not missing it, we have it. They just send us to
Another
this
one.
side. So it's upside down and it won't bleed, so we gotta send
And
that back
gotta
to
get-
Monday, and then we gotta get like 3 lug studs
lug studs for it.
for that. And we'll be putting a kid's truck together this week. We're gonna get it in the shop probably tomorrow or Monday night, and we'll start pulling it apart, getting it ready. So until then.
Till then.
It's time for our giveaway.
Yeehaw. Michelle, what are we giving away?
So our big giveaway is a trip for 2 to Utah. You gonna hang out with us? What
That
are we
may
gonna...
not be fun, but
So we're teaming up with East Sign Experiences to give away a 3-day trip to beautiful southern Utah where we live. You're gonna have a 3-night stay in a cute little container house. We'll pay for your airline ticket and your rental car.
and some food while you're here. So you'll get to go rappelling for 1 day and check out some slot canyons.
Not only that, you can go visit Zion or Bryce. We're nestled right in between those 2 national parks.
And then another day you'll get to go wheeling with us. Could be a good time.
So to put in for the giveaway, you have to do 2 things. You have to make sure you have subscribed to our channel, and you have to go over to thefabrats.com and buy $20 worth of merchandise. Every $20 will get you 1 entry into this giveaway. I know a lot of you have already bought our merchandise from us that would be interested in this giveaway. So we got new shirts in stock. You got a new purchase that you can make. Good night, I'm already,
It's already dirty.
So when you do purchase something, put in the notes like why you would like to win this trip. And also, if we sell out of our merchandise before you have a chance to order it, we're gonna put a pre-order form on there so you can continue to buy stuff. The pre-orders will take a little longer to get. You'll still be part of the contest. You have 2 weeks to put in for this drawing. So not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday we'll announce the winner. So go to thefabrats.com and put in for the giveaway.